you've joined me by the fire. I think I'm about to get my last 2 achievements. Let's find out. Okay. Mantled with might. Complete. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Where's the other bloody thing? No. Staffs and spears complete. Guys, this game is a 6.5 out of 10. Hello guys, welcome to a Rocket League video. No, this is going to be me talking about Black Myth Wukong. Normally, whenever I play a game, the kind of last video or some sort of finale of the game I'm playing, I normally put all my thoughts and feelings in the YouTube description of that video. However, I feel like I don't want to do that anymore. I just kind of want to talk about it in video form, just so I feel like I get my point across better. I'm playing Rocket League as we speak, just to provide a bit of something in the background instead of staring at a blank screen. But yeah, Black Myth Wukong. What a interesting game. My final rating out of 10 is going to be a 6.5. Now, that might be triggering to some people. It might be triggering to the 3 people that watch this. But before I go into why I think it's a 6.5, I just kind of want to explain my rating system a bit, because I feel like a lot of rating systems aren't that fleshed out. I'm not saying mine's bloody superb, but there's a lot of people's ratings are just kind of feelings. Yeah, it was a 7. Yeah, it's an 8. And I feel like, is it though? Because your favourite film is a 10, and then bloody... I was going to slag off the Lego Movie for some strange reason, but that is... I would say the Lego Movie is a strong 8, if not higher. Anyways, do you know what I'm trying to say? There's some people that just throw away rating systems, and I don't want to do that. And I'm here to defend the 6s. I'm here to defend the 6s. A 6.5 is not a bad score. The difference for me between a 5 and a 6 in my rating system is that, am I glad I played this? Or am I glad I watched this? If it's a 5, no, I'm not. Or leaning towards not. And if it's a 6, I am glad I played it. A 7 is a kind of... I enjoyed it. Solid. Would strongly recommend it. Maybe would play again. A 6 is, I'm glad I played it, but I'm also happy to not touch it ever again. There's a lot of things I didn't enjoy about this game, and I want to talk about them. So yeah, and it's a 6.5 as well. So it's kind of leaning more towards... It was just close to being a great game, and it ended up being an okay game. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm saying 6.5. First of all, I want to talk about the level scaling of the bosses. I just think sometimes there'd be a massive jump in difficulty for no reason. It just didn't feel very balanced. It felt like it was quite humbling. That's just one thing I didn't like. And you know what? Fair enough. Some bosses are going to be hard. Some, again, especially with this game, and most Souls-like games. This is my first Souls-like experience, by the way, so it was interesting for me. But I feel like with these games, some bosses are easier for others, and some are hard for others. Do you know what I mean? So it is hard to find a kind of objectivity about it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, for me, in some moments, it was like, oh yeah, this is good. I'm feeling the boss is getting tougher, and then suddenly, Scorpion Lord, and you're like, what? Why are we doing this? Or it's like, yeah, having fun. Yellow Wind Sage, Chapter 2. And it's like, okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's my first point. My second point is I feel like there was just too many rubbish bosses as well. There were too many spammy, frame-dropping rubbishness that I didn't really like. And maybe it's because I was playing on performance mode. Maybe I've just got a rubbish PS5. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. And it's not about the boss being too difficult. Albeit that will get me angry and I'll be biased in a moment. I enjoyed the Yaksha Kings. I enjoyed Yellow Long. I enjoyed, to an extent, the Great Sage Broken Shell, and even Erlang. So it's not about difficulty per se, what do you call me? It's more about their skill set and how rewarding it is for the player. I felt like with those bosses, the ones I mentioned, and a lot of others, you are rewarded for learning the moveset. And then there's some where it's like Jubaji, where it's like, what the hell is this about? Why am I suddenly slower in mud? You've just dropped this mechanic on me, and I can't use any of my spells. Or Yellow Brow. God, that triggered me, Yellow Brow did. I don't know, there was just some that just... It didn't feel right. God, I could talk about this game for ages, but I set myself a 10-minute timer. So, yeah, we're going to move on. There was just too many BS bosses for me. I would have preferred more bosses that reward you for learning their moves instead of this kind of spam. Bishui Golden-Eyed Beast. Like, what was that about? Oh my god, and don't get me started on the arena that you're supposed to run around in. Do you know what I mean? Emerald Armed Mantis. There was just... Oh god, there was so many bosses that... Chapter 6 in general was an absolute... Wow. That took it down a good few points. Why, when you've made this game so linear, or kind of explorative, but with the Invisible Wars, do you throw us an open world vibe? And it just feels so empty. If I didn't have a guide, oh my god, if I didn't have a guide to play this game, I would need about 18 new games to figure out how to platinum this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it lent too much into... It didn't feel like I was given the freedom to explore. It felt like I was lost. Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt like... I know people are going to always talk about this game, but Ghost of Tsushima is the perfect example of, like, a quiet, open world that lets you explore, but it doesn't feel too... I don't know, it just feels lived in. It feels... Every kind of space, every pause of gameplay, it just feels intentional. And that's something I just didn't feel, especially in that last chapter. So there was that. I think, as much as I loved the combat, the perfect dodging, oh my god. Again, against Scorpion Lord, which a boss that fully got me triggered, looking back, seeing me perfect dodge that bad boy when I put it on YouTube, I was like, oh my god, what a sick boss. Like, this made me look really cool. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I think that's what I liked about the good bosses. Did the boss make me feel good? Did it make me look cool? Captain Wise voice? No, no chance. What a rubbish mechanic. Okay, we move on. We move on from the bosses. As much as I love the combo and the perfect dodging, it felt a bit stale after a while. Just the same old repetitive moves. They introduced the spear. It felt quite late for me, or like it felt quite random. I don't know. It just played like the thrust stance, really. I feel like if they were to release a sequel or something, I would, yeah, give us more combos, give us more combat things. I also want to say the mobile staff spin was fairly redundant. Like, I understand it was used, and it was useful for some things. It just felt like the rock solid parry. Like, I just find that mechanic so gorgeous that I would have really loved that there instead of mobile staff spin. Like, I would prefer a parry mechanic. And I know we had one, but yeah, I just prefer it. I don't like that to platinum the game it was hidden behind a new game and potentially like several new games. Again, without the guide, I would have been screwed. But again, that's platinums are for the gamers, and I platinumed the game, by the way. I've done it, so evidently it wasn't a terrible game that I just couldn't bear touch it. And again, I do have to give it points for this, but the fact that the New Game Plus is a victory lap is satisfying, and you can understand the story a bit more. However, I've got to say, the story just, I had no idea. And I really, like, I enjoyed how much they did for, like, Chinese folklore and mythology and whatever you want to call it. Like, I really can get behind that. Like, the journals, I think, is incredible. I mean, I still haven't, did I look at it? No, but did I appreciate the mechanic or, like, the content? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like someone who's read Journey to the West or studying that kind of stuff, they would eat this game up, you know. It's a bit like me in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like, it actually does a lot more for education than people probably think it does. But yeah, the story just felt a bit overwhelming for me. So yeah, yeah. And I would like to understand more, you know, folklore stuff and the kind of, it was a bit absurdist, a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it wasn't as linear as other games, and that's not a bad thing, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. Maybe that's my fault for putting it in Chinese, but I kind of wanted to, but then again, I put Ghost of Tsushima in Japanese, and I've never been more into a story. Do you know what I mean? So, and again, it's a different genre, but yeah, that's one thing. The kind of secret weapons. Oh my god, I feel like I'm speaking for 15 minutes now. I'll shut up very quickly. Every chapter boss had a skill, had a kind of equipment or whatever you want to call it, that would immediately help with the boss, and normally in its second phase. And these were usually hidden behind a secret explorative secondary boss, if you will. I enjoy that mechanic, I really do, but oh my god, especially with Yellow and Sage, I just felt like you could wander into too many bosses that were the... Is that true? Let me try and be unbiased. Try and be unbiased. There was a couple of times where I walked into the final boss of the chapter and I had no idea. I did that with 100-eyed Taoist master. I did that with the Yaksha king. I did that with Yellow Wind Sage. I'm not sure if I did that with another boss. I just wish they kind of, I don't know, maybe they did emphasize it more, but it didn't strike me when I first played. Oh my god, also putting the journeys chart that you have to buy in the store every time. You see, it's just little things like that. This and that and this and that. It adds up. And you go, is it a good game? Is it like a good game? Is it a 7 out of 10 game? And I just couldn't justify it. So much so, well, you know what, look, 6.5 is still good. I think I'm just annoyed because it was so close to being a really great game. But I just think it missed the mark on a lot of things. And that's okay. So now I'm left in this kind of weird limbo of like, do I play... If a sequel came out, would I play it? And I'm unsure. I'm very unsure because I'm remembering my experience of it just having platinumed it. And I'm unsure if I can put up with that. My final thought, I will end this video. I don't know if I'm going to upload a 20-minute video, but this is my final thought. I think it's okay to recognize that I might just not like Souls-like games. Like, I enjoyed Jedi Fallen Order. I really enjoyed Jedi Survivor, one of my favourite games. I do like difficult boss battles. I do like the challenge. I completed the arena on very hard in Horizon Forbidden West. That was the kind of my first inkling of like learning a strat and then putting it to use and overcoming these somewhat impossible bosses. Like, I enjoyed that. But this just felt a bit too Souls-like. Oh my god, the Pagoda Realm. What was the Pagoda Realm? What was the Pagoda Realm? Yeah, I think back to some good moments and then I just get reminded of some absolute insane moments in the game. It's a 6.5. I think I'm solid with 6.5. Okay, yeah. Shut up, Joe. Shut up, Joe. Shut up, Joe. The final thing I want to say is, yeah, I might not just like Souls-like games. But I am glad I played it. This is my hardest challenge yet. I've never played such a high intensity, stressful game before and come out the other side. So, yes. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you make it through, even if you click on it, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching my other videos. I think we're on to 90 subscribers. That's very cool. I'm excited to play the next game. I don't know what it will be though. I may take this might be the longest pause in videos in a while, just because I really don't know what to play next. AC Shadows is there. Monster Hunter Wilds was one I was intrigued about. Or do I wait for a Ghost of Yote? And then there's some other games coming out, like I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert, that looks good. Phantom Blade Zero is intriguing as well. Like, I just don't know when these games that come out. But yeah, Black Myth Wukong was the final game that I saw the gameplay and I was like, I need to play this game. And yeah, I'm glad I did. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Peace, peace, my friends. Peace, peace.